Well, today I thought I would talk about dealing with police when you're homeless, or just in general. Because I mean, sooner or later everybody's going to get and have some contact with the police. Whether you get pulled over speeding, right, or you get caught shooting somebody dead. It doesn't matter. Anywhere in between, sooner or later everybody gets deals with both. But anyways, when you're homeless, right, it's the high probability of this occurrence is high. Anyway, right, the the police, right, are depending on your city, right. California, you know what I'm saying, the laws are vastly different than they are from Arizona. Right? Arizona's laws are vastly different than they are from Kansas, and Kansas laws are vastly different than they are in New York State, right? You know what I'm saying? And Canada, totally different. Mexico, you know what I'm saying? It's like part of life. Excuse me. I'm saying I don't know. Oh, sorry. I don't know about Europe. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of my European friends have not made any comments, said anything about homeless people. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some over there, but over there, each. I mean, there's so many cops. I mean, different. I mean, like Europe. It's like in another universe. Anyway, Arizona. Well, here in Phoenix, in the metropolitan city, I mean, see, this is a big misconception. Everybody thinks Phoenix is one city. It's not. It's 13 different cities, right? All put together, all bordered together, right, to make the metropolitan city, right? That we call Phoenix, right? And it's 315 square miles. It's the fifth largest metropolitan city in America. It's gigantic, huge, right? But from city to city, right? And here in Phoenix, there are little cities surrounded by the big city. There's Sunny Slope, there's Ahwatukee, there's Labine, right? There's Maryvale. Right? These are all smaller cities, right? That are inside the main city of Phoenix. And then you got Glendale, and you got Surprise, El Mirage, Avondale, Goodyear, right? Sun City West, right? Then over here you got Deer Valley. Then you got Scottsdale. Then you got Tempe. Then you got Mason. Then you got Gilbert. Then you got Chandler. You know, city. And each one of the cities has their own municipal regulations and city codes, right? That deal with things differently. Here in Phoenix, right? A couple years ago, our lady police chief, right? She decided, I mean, because it was getting really bad here in Phoenix. It was. There's street people, homeless people everywhere, doing all kinds of shit, peeing on the sidewalk, jumping on, stealing, robbing, blasting, doing drugs right out, public and downtown. It was really bad. Right? And they have this great big gigantic shelter place down here at 12th Avenue, Madison, that was built specifically to deal with this, but it was dealing with it because nobody was going down. So she came up with this idea, right, to push everybody down to Cass, right, and contain it all right there because that it's this area that they call the zone. It's been there since the 70s when they had the old shelter, right, and so that's the vast majority of the homeless people here in Phoenix, right, are all camped out down there on the sidewalk around the shelter. But there are still, pockets of homeless people here, there, everywhere else, hiding behind this building, saying, camped out in the bando, here or there, saying wherever, right? Okay, so and the cops, saying and the second thing she did is that she eased up on the misdemeanor arrest rate because I mean they were arresting 500 people a day for misdemeanors and throwing them in Sheriff Joe's jail, and Sheriff Joe's jail was just so overcrowded it was crazy, right? So she eased up on that. So now, right, if you have a misdemeanor warrant, if you only have one misdemeanor warrant, right, the cops will, they'll give you a warning, they'll give you a citation, a court appearance, just appearance ticket, and tell you you need to go down there. If you don't go down there and appear, then that turns into the second warrant. And if you have two misdemeanor warrants or more, they will arrest you and take you down there because obviously you have no respect for authority. But if you have one, they'll let you go. Right? If you're trespassing, they'll give you a choice. And there are signs everywhere, posted, no trespassing. If you are found in a place that's posted, right, no trespassing, right, they drive up on you and they run your ID and you don't have any trespassing citations against you, right, and they don't know you and you're not in the system, right, you know what I'm saying, they'll give you two choices. Choice one, move along, pick up your shit, move along. Right, don't let me catch you. Don't let me find you in my patrol area in the next couple of hours, or I will arrest you. Right? Okay. Choice two: carry your shit and your ass down to Cass. Right? I'm saying, and post up down there, and we'll leave you alone. If you choose anything else, Sheriff Joe's got a spot waiting for you over in Fourth Avenue Jail. Right? Okay. Now, that's how they deal with it here. Right? But there's other ways in saying that the cops deal with you, right? They're not in Phoenix, here in Phoenix. Remember, this is the city of Phoenix alone, right? Here in Phoenix, right? They're not actively hunting you down, searching for you, looking for you, right? If somebody calls them, right, or if they see you, doing something kind of dumb, out there, in broad daylight or 2:00 in the morning, what I'm saying? They're going to drive up on you and they're going to question you. And this is how you deal with it. Number one, do not lie. They ask you what your name is, you tell them your name. Right? They ask you for your ID, you give them your ID. Right? And then they ask you what are you doing here? You tell them exactly what you're doing here. I mean, remember, they're waiting for you to lie. They're waiting for you to give some inconsistency, right? That gives them, opens up the opportunity for them to, figure out if you're committing a crime or not. Remember, you already committed a crime just by being caught trespassing in a place where there's a no trespassing sign. Right? That gives them probable cause right there. So run through your shit, pat you down, right? Run your fucking ID, all that sort of shit. Right? And what I'm saying, if anything bad pops up, all right, now. You don't really want to, yes, granted, there are people that, just throw down their shit right there, on the sidewalk and just, that's their house. Right? I'm saying, here in Phoenix, depending on where you're at, I'm saying, and how many people have complained about you depends on whether they'll make you move or not. Right? If you're hiding behind someplace, if got a little spot, a corner of a wall, behind some trees or something, and you're out of the way and you can't be seen, right? And they had, and somebody called and said, hey, there's a bunch of homeless people over there, and they have to go hunt you, find you. If it takes them more than a couple, 5 minutes to actually zero in on where you're at, right? Chances are, if there's not a bunch of trash and junk and stolen bike parts, drug paraphernalia shit laying all over the fucking place, and you don't have a 5-bedroom fucking cardboard box mansion, right? You know what I'm saying? And if you're reasonable and you deal with them correctly, chances are they might let it slide, right? Because if it took them that amount of time to find you, then they're thinking in their mind, whoever called in and ratted you out, you know what I'm saying? You might have been here for 6 months before these people even realized and they had to hunt you down and find you, right? Chances are they might let you go, right? If you are within, reasonable limits, right? You don't want trash all over the place. You don't want, like I said, stolen bike parts. I mean, you can't be running the drug house, trap house out of the box and sitting over behind the lawyer's office because they got this really cool little wall. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, lawyers got security cameras. Security cameras record stuff at night when you don't think about it, they're recording it. Right? Here's another thing, right? City buses. The city buses are connected with Wi-Fi, right, to central, the hub downtown where they got all the screens and shit like you see in the movies, right? That's recording audio and video. And yesterday I was riding the bus. There was this older black dude. Obviously he wasn't from Phoenix. He was probably from Detroit or Cincinnati or somewhere. He's just sitting there, got his phone on speaker. He's talking to his phone boy. They're talking about drug deals and all kind of other crazy stuff. And I'm sitting there looking at this dude like, man, dude, he doesn't have a clue, you know what I'm saying, what's going on, right? Phoenix also uses the Palantir software. If you got, I'll make another video about this software. But dude, it's facial recognition, audio recognition, you know what I'm saying? Dude, it's some wild ass shit. But this dude he didn't even have a clue that they're recording his conversation, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's being broadcast in real time downtown. And it's they're probably the operator, the supervisor's supervisor, and saying, and the security guy probably all standing there listening to this dude on the video, like making a drug deal on the phone on the bus on his speaker. He's lucky, you know what I'm saying, that a couple, 2-3 stops down the road, there was a Phoenix police officer waiting for him to take his ass off the bus and pat him down and search. Because remember, that's public space. That's public. You know, and you know that's conspiracy. That's conspiracy to traffic drugs, conspiracy to distribute drugs. I mean that's probable cause for them to yank you off the bus, pat you down, find your shit, take you to jail. Don't talk about that shit on public. If that's what you do it in private. Do it. I mean, come on, right? And besides, I don't know. There probably might have been 2 or 3 other people down there. Who's the guy on the bus making a drug deal? Pure luck. It didn't happen. Right? You know what I'm saying? Think about what it is you're doing. Just because you're homeless doesn't give you the right to just do whatever you want to do, right? Anytime, any place, anywhere. Right? There's people out there that are afraid of you. There are people out there that are pissed off at you. There are people out there that are mad because the city raised their bills, their tax, their trash, their water, right, all of this stuff. They're paying more because everybody's out there making a mess, throwing everything all robbing, ripping, stealing, doing all kind of dumb shit, begging on the corners, all that shit. Here in Phoenix, dude, it took them 2 years. But this is what they did, right? They hassled, they arrested, right? They cajoled, they intimidated for 2 years, right? Until they got all those people down there on those 5 blocks in Cass, right? And then they patrolled. They have two, right? Phoenix PD SUVs patrolling them 5 blocks, right? All the time. Plus, because it's in the government building area of the city of Phoenix, up and down Washington between 7th Avenue and 19th Avenue. They also have the state police, the DPS, the state troopers also patrol that area because they're responsible for security in those buildings, right? And if you get caught by one of them dudes doing something stupid, you're lucky if you get to jail without being beat up first. Now, because here in Phoenix, they don't mess around, right? Now, California, they're, all the bleeding heart Democratic liberals and said, throw $50 billion on all this problem. They made it worse, right? Phoenix, the police handled it, all right? You know what I'm saying? And that's why, you know what I'm saying, you don't hear about Phoenix on the news, about homeless people doing this and homeless people doing that. No, you hear about the gangsters, right? You hear about the criminals. You hear about the illegal aliens that are smuggling drugs. You don't hear about homeless people because the homeless problem here in Phoenix is contained. And if you get out of line, the Arizona Department of Corrections has got a bed space for you. And believe me, they will find something to hang on you. If you ain't got a bunch of shit hanging over you anyway, you know what I'm saying? But they can hang on you, they're gonna find something to hang on you if you are a nuisance, if you are, an idiot, right? If you are, just it's me, Brian. Right? That's how they deal with it here in Phoenix. Thank you.